Off to Busan, Korea's second largest city. We were supposed to have our window shades closed because of flying over North Korea and everything like that. But Busan is South Korea's second largest city. It is located near the ocean. It is known for its cultural events, markets, and the reason why I believe it was named Busan was because in the 15th century, during one of the dynasties, the area was known or named as Busanpo, which translates to kettled-shaped mountain harbor. There is so much history of Busan here at Busan's Citizens Park. This park's history is that there was a racetrack era between the 1930s, 1940s, where it was a horse racing track. And then during the Japanese colonial period. Then during World War II, the Imperial Japanese Army took over the track and used it as a headquarters. Following the war, the US military then took over the site in September 1945-ish and transformed it into a military installation and camp. Around the 2000s, I think, the camp was officially closed and returned to the city of Busan, where the city then redeveloped the former military base and racetrack into this expansive, lush public green space. It also has a theater as well there. So yeah, there's just lots of history here in South Korea. Busan, since it's a coastal city, it became Korea's first international port in 1875-76, helping it rapidly develop into a major transportation and trade hub during the Japanese colonial period. During the Korean War, Busan served as a temporary capital and refuge center because it remained under South Korean control. After the war, the city continued to grow into South Korea's largest port and still is one of the most important economic and cultural centers. The city was very accessibly and easy to walk around with different accessibilities for deaf, blind people. And of course, the city has a number of different shopping centers, restaurants, cafes. It was good to know that if you were really cold during the winter time, that you can just go right into one of these cafes or shops or malls and get warmed up pretty quickly. But yeah, they really do enjoy celebrating Christmas out there with all the lights, very festive, and fake Christmas trees, etc. South Korea has a really fun and good metro line to get to different areas. My next stop was Gamcheon Cultural Village, which historically has an interesting history to it. It began as a poor hillside refugee settlement during the Korean War in the 1950s. That's when the displaced families fleeing the conflict built their small homes along the mountainside in Busan. For many years, this area remained one of Busan's poorer neighborhoods. But in 2009, the South Korean government and local artists launched a major urban art and restoration project called Dreaming of Machu Picchu in Busan, which is really interesting to me because I was in Machu Picchu and from Peru. But this initiative had artists decorating the area with colorful murals, sculptures, and the creative public spaces while preserving the village historical character. And the reason why they call it Dreaming of Machu Picchu is because this settlement is built along the hillside, kind of resembling Machu Picchu. So today, the cultural village is one of Busan's most famous cultural and tourist destinations, symbolizing the transformation from a war refugee settlement into an art center, cultural and community renewal. There is even, I believe, a very small, tiny little museum going further into the history of this cultural village. Again, you can stroll around the streets, up the stairs, find amazing hidden spots to take amazing photos of the city, etc. There is just so much to see, a lot of different art. And again, during Christmas time too, lots of different lights, Christmas trees, etc. So yeah, it was a really cool village from what they did, and I'm glad it's thriving and still preserves that history of why it was built in the first place. Next, I traveled to BIF Square, or Busan International Film Festival Square, which was created to celebrate the growth of the film festival which began in 1996. The area developed from old movie theater districts built after the end of the Japanese rule and later transformed the center into a Korea cinema, entertainment, shopping, and street food. Today you can see celebrity handprints embedded into the streets and experience some of the modern film culture. Nearby is the Gaochi Market. This is South Korea's second largest, it is South Korea's largest seafood market, an important symbol of Busan's maritime identity. You cannot go here without stopping at the fish markets and having some amazing fresh seafood. The market grew rapidly during and after the Korean War, when many of the refugees, especially women, sold the fish to support their families.